Hi, my name is Marcelo Treviño, and I will present you my PIA of the nature of life, which subject basically is the water pollution due to companies and industries. Basically dump their wastes into bodies of water. So yeah, we're basically really focusing on pollution due to companies and industries affecting water, obviously. So now we had the introduction to the problem. Introduction. Industrial pollution is the pollution which can be directly linked with industry. This form of pollution is one of the leading causes of pollution worldwide. Industrial activities are a major source of air, water, and land pollution, leading to illness and loss of life all over the world. But in this presentation, I will discuss about industrial pollution affecting bodies of water. So yeah, as I already said, we will be focusing on industrial pollution affecting bodies of water, as it says. Now the problem statement. So our general problem basically focuses the burning of fossil fuels, industrial emission, indoor air pollution, wildfires, and transportation are some main causes of pollution around the globe. But that's a really general view of the problem. A more specific view of the problem is that the main cause of industrial pollution is the large-scale burning of fossil fuels, such as oil, coal, gas, plus poison water waste that pollutes land, rivers, and lagoons. So yeah, those are basically our two ways to see the problem, a general view and a specific view for this presentation. Okay, so the problem statement. Water pollution occurs in mainly two circumstances. Industries use water for the products and machinery, and when these industries waste water, it goes directly into bodies of water. Also, now the big problem here is that many water animals are being affected. The little fish, most of the little animals who live in these bodies of water tend to die almost immediately when they enter in contact with some waste or acids or some sort of chemicals. But large animals or large fishes tend to carry these chemicals and poisons, as you want to say it, in their bodies. So when we as humans eat them or when we as humans consume them, we are also getting those chemicals, poisons, and wastes into our body. Now it's environmental impact. Um, so the oceans are degrading habitats and consequently disappears. The ecological imbalances of the sea affect the rest of the environment, just as the pollution of the atmosphere or the thinning of the ozone layer also affect the sea. It's not only the air. Okay, so a quick fact is that on September 14 of the past year, some screens in Times Square, New York, show that they call it air deadline. It basically showed that we have 7 years and 103 days to make a change on climate change, uh, unless it will be irreversible. So yeah, after 7 years and 103 days, any change will be irreversible due to climate change. Okay, now let's talk about biodiversity. Uh, the oceans are one of the main reserves of biodiversity in the world. They constitute more than 90% of the habitable space of the planet and contain some uh, 250,000 known species and many more that have yet to be discovered, since more than two-thirds of the world's marine species have not been identified. So yeah, the sea is a pretty mysterious place. Okay, now sustainability. Sustainable development is that capable of satisfying current needs without commit the resources of future generations. The definition of sustainable development proposed by the World Commission on Environmental Development is development that ensures the needs of the present without compromising the capacity of future generations to meet their own needs. Um, this means that we're putting the importance of vital resources at risk for future generations, since without water, could live. No living being could live. In addition to the fact that water undergoes many changes and effects due to various types of exploitation of its resources, it's true that they are always in the environment or their cause. Okay, now we got the hypothesis for the solution. Okay, so our hypothesis is if we add high cost fines or polluting rivers or seas, that factories will stop dumping their wastes. So yeah, there are currently some fines for big industries who dump their wastes into the ocean without permission, illegally, or in big quantities. Um, but if we if we high cost it's these fines, I maybe think that will really reduce the amount of wastes found on bodies of water. So yeah, now this testing of the proposed solution alternative. Okay, so background information will be that before directly implementing the tickets or these fines, we should make sure these tax or tickets will be applied fairly. Yeah, because we have a really trouble with corrupted systems between big industries, companies, factories, etc. So yeah, we really need to make sure that these fines really work and attack the problem that is happening. So now step number one is ensuring that the space or body's water body is supervised by a security guard or someone that checks the place is not being polluted. So yeah, it's like we leave a specific person or a security guard, as it says, to keep these bodies of water safe, and it checks all the exits of wastes from these fabrics and companies and industries, so they don't um, do what they want to do with their wastes. They follow the law. So now step number two, it will be that the person will have the responsibility of alerting the authorities about what is happening in case someone is polluting. So yeah, that's basically the steps. Okay, so now we have some important aspects. This person in charge, or the security guard, or really this person will be securing or keeping this water body safe. Could be a policeman or a person with a hidden identity. So in case that this person sees a case of pollution, him or herself, it will not be obvious. So he or she is an authority that will apply a tax or a ticket or a fine. So yep. So we want to kind of keep it under a profile or not being too obvious. So yeah, we have to make it kind of smart. The date needed to apply the fee or ticket will be the photos or evidence provided by the supervisor of the water body, the number of the card, and the name of the industry or the name of the person they work for. So yeah, we can even um, I'm not saying punish them, but yeah, it's kind of the word. Them to so they kind of close this fabric or yeah, or else suspended sometime if they don't pay these fees or fines. So yeah, we're conscious about this, and we know that it is not going to make all people stop contaminating, or it may not work because the companies can bribe the officials or say that they were not the only ones who polluted. This will not affect the reasons that we will make a change and that it could work because companies don't want to pay such expensive fines. We start to put our grain of sand in our future, it will make a great change. Okay, so basically the conclusions. There's so much environment problems that we cause because of our actions as humans, like contamination in the air, in the water, and food contamination. Water pollution due to industries affects all of us, and marine flora and fauna. And we must take action now, now that we can. So we hope one day to implement these solutions and that they are accepted and respected by all of the achieving change in the environment. So I really learn about this problem and make conscious about what we're doing with our planet. So yeah, there are the references. Thanks.